Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 4. Yes, day number 4, week 17, spring 2024 about Journey Together. That's day number 4, week 17, spring 2024 about Journey Together, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. Let's head up. Today is Thursday. Thursday, the 2nd of May, 2024. The subject is, of course, mathematics. And the topic is we're going to be looking at the topic of probability. So we want to start off with the probability formula. I guess we don't even have to start with that. We just can start with an actual question, and then I can insert the probability formula in that. So let's begin with the first question, first probability question. So this question is coming from a past paper, so I want you to write it down. And it says the following. Let's write this down. So the question says that the following number discs were placed in a bag, right? Okay, the following number discs were placed in a bag. So we have 57, write this down for me, please. 57, 59, 45, 79, 95, and 97. They were placed in a bag, right? 57, 59, 75, 79, 95, and 97. These were placed in the bag. One disc is chosen at random. What is the probability that the number is 59? Okay, so probability, basically the probability formula says that we have to take in, we have to look at the total number of stuff that is inside a particular sample space, the total number of elements in the sample space. That's going to be our denominator, and the variable, the favorable outcome or the favorable event is what we're looking for. All right, that's what we want to be looking at, the favorable event. So so they say that they want us to find at random what's the probability that the number is 59. 59. So how are we gonna do that? Any answers? Any suggestions on how we're gonna determine this one? So I guess no one. So first of all, how many discs are there? That's the first question. How many discs are there?
6.
Yeah, there are 6, but there are six discs. And if we look at the probability formula tells us that in order for us to find out the probability of something, the probability of something is going to be, we're going to take the possible outcomes, we're going to divide it by the total outcomes. That's probability. So we're going to take the possible outcomes and then we're going to divide it by the total outcomes. So where's Zaria? Zaria, are you there? Zaria, can you hear me? Zaria, I sent the document to your phone. All right, I sent it on WhatsApp.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if we look at was probably that the number is 59. How many disc is 59, has 59 on it?
1.
Yeah, only one disc, right? So only one disc has 59 on it. And how many discs do we have in total? We have
6.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 discs in total. So what that means is, that means that the probability that the number is going to be, the number chosen is 59, is going to be 1 over 6. right? It's gonna be 1/6. Now, why is it 1/6? Where does the 6 come from? Where does the 6 come from?
The 6 discs.
Yeah.
Of this.
Yeah, the 6 comes from the number of discs because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 discs, right? That we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 discs, right? And we want to figure out what is the probability that the number is 59. It's only 159 that's there, right? So it's going to be 1/6, which is going to be 1/6. 1/6, which is a 6, which is 1 because there's only 159, and 6 because there are 6 discs. Do you all understand that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good. China, explain how we got 1/6 for this one.
Yes. So they asked for the probability of 59, which we could get 59, and there's 6 disc in total, and it's only 159. So the probability would equal 1/6.
Very good. So the probability is 1/6. So we always do possible outcomes. The possible outcomes is that you have the possible outcomes there are 59, right? So the possible outcomes there are 6 discs. And so what that means is that you're going to count the number of discs that you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's going to give you the total number of discs the total possible outcomes. Now the possible outcomes, there are only 159. There's only 159 there. And so it's going to be 1/6. All right. Good. Jeremiah, you understand how I got 1/6? Jeremiah? Where's Jeremiah? Jeremiah Johnson, are you there? How about Nivea Johnson, Gordon, you understand how we got 6?
Yes, so.
Good. Summer, where's Summer? Where is Summer? Summer, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever finish the
Yes, sir.
2018 paper?
I'm working on it right now.
What number are you on?
I'm on number 3.
Number 3. Okay, no problem. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. It says we want the probability that it starts with the 9. So
is 2/9.
okay, so how many numbers start with 9? Let's start off with that, right? How many numbers start with
21.
how many numbers start with how many numbers started with 9 from the set?
95,
95 start with 9. What else?
97.
97, right? So there's only 2 numbers that start with 9. So we have to put that 2 because there's only 2 numbers that start with 9. But are we done?
No, sir.
No. You have to figure out the probability. You'll be able to figure out the total number of outcomes. So how many discs do we have in total?
6.
6. Very good. So it's going to be 2 over what? 2/6. You'll understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Now we're going to move on to the next question, which says we want to figure out the probability that the number is between 30 and 55. So we have to figure out how many numbers are between 30 and 55 from the set, right? What's the probability that we have numbers that are between 30 and 55? What is that? What are the numbers that are between 30 and 55?
None.
Is
0.
there any numbers that are between 30 and 55?
0, 6.
Very good. It's 0, right? 0 over what? Over 6. Why is it 0/6? Because there are no numbers that are inside this set of disks that is between 30 and 55. So if we have 0/6, that's going to be equal to 0. Now, when we have the probability equal to 0, that means that the probability of the event is impossible, right? So that means that the event is impossible. It cannot happen, right? So if you have a probability and the probability is 0, that means that the event is impossible to happen. Now, if you have a probability and the probability is 1, 1 means that it's certain that it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. But 0 means that it's impossible. So what does 0 mean?
Impossible.
Impossible.
Impossible. Very good. Impossible. And what does 1 mean?
Certain.
Certain. Very good. So 0 means impossible and 1 means certain. All right, let me know if y'all understand this before I move on. Let me know if y'all understand this before I move on.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. What I need you to do before I move on to the next one, I need you to take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, before I move on to the next slide, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, before I move on to the next slide, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Can I send my notes when my mommy reaches home, please?
Yes, you could do that. Again, I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Hello?
Hello, Joseph, can you hear me?
Yeah, so,
What happened? Are you okay, Joseph? All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me. Can you let me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so let's move on to the next part of this question. Remember, when we did this question, let me continue the recording. Oh, the recording didn't stop. That's good. So remember for this one, the answer was 1 over what? 1 over 6.
Sir.
The answer was 2 over 6. And the answer for the bottom one was 0 over 6, which is simply 0. All right, so let's continue with the same question and answer some more questions based on this. So the rest of the question says that we want a number that we're going to figure out the probability of a number that is a multiple of 5. Okay, let me move this. So you want to figure out a number that is a multiple of 5. So it says, again, same question. What is the probability that the number that we choose is a number that is a multiple of 5? Now, how do we know if a number is a multiple of 5 or not?
If it has the number 5 and for the
If it has what? So which numbers from this
number
list,
5,
which numbers from this list are multiples of 5?
95 and 75.
Right? 75 and what else? 95
95.
are multiples of 5. How do you know that?
It's
Yeah,
in
5 tables.
5 in the 5 timetable.
In the 5 down tables, once a number has 5 at the back of it or 0 at the back of it, it is a multiple of 5. So 75 and 5, they are multiples of 5. So again, this is going to be 2 over what? 2 over
6.
2 over 6. Very good. 2 over 6, which is the answer for this one. Do y'all understand that? Let me know if y'all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Good. So 2 over 6 is going to be the answer for this one. All right, 2 over 6. So we have 2 over 6. So multiple of 5 is only 75 and 95, so it's 2 over 6. Next, E has the digit 7. Has the digit 7. So what is that going to be?
7 would produce 2 over 6.
You sure? Has the digit 7.
4 over 6.
What all numbers have the digit 7 in them?
57,
75.
75.
2 over 6. It's 2 over 6.
No, it's not
2
2 over
over 6.
no, it's not 2 over 6.
4
Because you
over
have
6.
57. 57 have the
57.
number 7 in it.
75.
75 have a number 7 in it.
79.
79 have a number 7 in it. And what else? 97. That's a lot, right? So that's 1,
Oh.
2, yeah, 3, and 4. So 4 of these numbers have the number 7 in it. So it's going to be what? 4 over what? 4 over what? 4 over 6. All right. Do y'all understand that? Let me know if y'all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes,
So
sir.
good. So it's 4 over 6. And it's 4 over 6 because there are 4 numbers that have 7 in it. And it's only 6 total. All right. And the last question from this particular set of questions is that you want to calculate the probability that the number is less than 100. The number is less than 100. What does we mean by a number?
All of them. 6 over 6.
It's actually 95 and 97.
I think I'm still mute, Mr. Petit.
All right, can you let me know?
Yes, sir. We can.
You gotta
You can let me know? I'm asking you.
Yes, sir. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, I'm asking you. Is 57 less than 100?
no sir.
Yes,
No.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is, right? 57 is less than 100. That's 1. Is
All of
59 less than 100?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
That's what? That's 2, right? Is 75 less than 100?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is 79 less than 100?
Yes, sir.
Good, that's 4. Is 95 less than 100?
Yes, sir.
That's 5. Is 97 less than 100?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And that's 6. So what that means is, that means that you have 6 out of how much?
6, sir.
6 that are less, 6 that are less, and then it's out of 6. So that means that the answer is what?
1, sir.
1. And what do we say if we have a probability of 1?
6 out of
Certain.
6, sir.
It's certain.
It's certain. Very good. Probability of 0 means that what?
Impossible.
Impossible, right? And the probability of 0 means what? It is certain, right? It is certain. All right, do you all understand that? Let me know if you understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Amarani, explain these last 3.
One disk is chosen at random. What is the probability that the number is a multiple of 5? So you look to see which number has 5 in the back or 0, and it's only 2, so it's 2 over 6 because there are 6 disks. How much has the digit 7?
How many?
57 has how many has the digit 7? 57 has 7, 75 has 7, 79 has 7, and 97 has 7. So it's 4 over 6. How many is less than 100? All of the disks are less than 100, so it's 6 over 6, which equals 1.
Very good. 6 over 6, which equals to? Which equals to 1. And when we say we have a probability of 1, what does that mean?
Certain.
That means it's certain. That means it's certain. All right, that means it's certain. All right, good. All right, so please write this down, Jeremy. Why is your hand raised?
I want to ask a question. Don't we necessarily put 0 and 1?
Say it again.
Is it necessary to put 1 or 0?
Is it necessary
Yes, sir.
to simplify it?
Yes, sir.
You mean to put 0, 1? Yeah, put 0, 1 because that's what it equals to, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Where's Zaria? Zaria, you there? Where's Zaria? All right, are y'all finished with this? Let me know if y'all finished writing this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so let's consider a next question. By the way, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp before we move on to the next one. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp before we move on to the next one. All right. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp before we move on to the next one. Angel, do you understand how we got this answer? How we getting these answers? Angel? Angel, where's Angel? Find up an Angel. Ashane, do you understand how we get these answers? Where's Ashane? Good. Bree and Bride, do you all understand?
Yes, sir.
Very good. And Chai, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. How about you, Leah? Do you understand? I can't hear you, Leah. I still can't hear you. Don't know, your mic is not working properly. Yes, Joseph.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can. I'm asking.
I understand, sir.
Okay. Go ahead, Joseph. You have a question?
Why you have equal 1?
Equal to 1 because 6 divided by 6 is 1. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. Are we done with this slide? Can I move it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's consider another question. Where's Akiro? Akiro, I need you to send in your work. Where's Akiro?
Mr. Batik,
Uh-huh.
I on the road, so I can't really write down a sentence.
Do you understand how you're getting the answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, explain to me how I got 2/6 for the first one. It's a multiple of 5. It says one dice is chosen at random, right? What is the probability that the number is a multiple of 5? How did I get 2/6?
There are two chances of getting a multiple of 5 on a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Number.
Very good. How did I get a hazard digit of 7?
Out of the 6 numbers, there are 4. There are 4 that are some digit of 7. So you put 6 over 4.
4/6.
Oh, sorry, 4 over 6. Sorry.
Right? And then how I get less than 100? How did I get 1 for that?
Oh, because all of them are less than 100. So you just do.
Very good. Okay, so, all right, let's move on to the next question. So, okay, no, we don't want that. What we actually want is this one. So write this down for me so we could be able to answer these questions. Again, write this down for me. This one says that a bag contains 3 red marbles, sorry, 4 blue marbles and 2 black marbles. 1 marble is chosen at random. What is the probability that the marble is red, blue, black or red, and green? Okay. All right. So again, a bag contains 3 marbles. A bag contains 3 red marbles, 4 blue marbles, 2 black marbles, 1 marble is chosen at random. What is the probability that the marble is red, blue, black or red, and green? Okay. So again, first question, how many red marbles are there inside this bag? How many red
3.
marbles? 3.
3.
Good. How many blue marbles are there?
4.
4.
4. 4. Very good. And how many black marbles?
2.
2.
2. Very good. The first thing that we need to do if we want to figure out the probability of getting a marble that is red in color, the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out, we need to determine the total number of marbles. So we need to know the total, right? The total outcomes. So that's the first thing, right? So the total is, we have 3 plus what? 3 plus what? Plus 4
Colors
plus what?
plus 2.
Which means that how many marbles are there inside of this thing?
9.
9 marbles, sir.
7 plus 2 is 9. Very good. Incidentally, it's 9 again. Okay, now the next question is how many marbles are red?
3.
3. Very
3
good.
over 9.
So the probability of getting a red marble is going to be what?
3 over 9.
3 over 9. Very good. 3 over 9. Because there are 3 red marbles and there are 9 marbles in total. Do you all understand that? Let me know if you all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. 3 over 9. Next, we want the probability of getting a blue marble. Probability of getting a blue marble. Now, how many blue marbles are there in total?
4.
There are 4. Okay, so if we want to figure out how many probability of getting a blue marble, what are we gonna put?
4 over 9.
4 over 9. 4 because there are 4 blue marbles. And 9 because there are 9 marbles in total. So we have 4 over 9. 4 over 9. So 4 blue marbles over 9. Does that make sense to y'all? Let me know if y'all make sense.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Kamaya Ferguson, do you understand how we got this? Kamaya
Yes, sir.
Ferguson. Good. Explain how I got 4 over 9 for the blue.
We add up all the marbles
Mm-hmm.
to get 9,
Mm-hmm.
and there are 4 blue marbles,
Mm-hmm.
so we get 4 over 9.
Very good. So we get 4 over 9. Mark, do you understand how we got 4 over 9? Mark, are you there? Where's Mark? Hello, Mark. Where's Mark? Is Mark there? Can't hear from Mark. Nivea Gordon, you understand how we got 4 over 9?
Yes,
Nivea.
sir.
Okay, good. How did I get 4 over 9 for the blue?
You got 4 over 9 because it is asking how many blue marbles are in the bag. And in total, there are 9 marbles, and the amount of blue marbles in the bag are 4. So it would be 4 over 9.
Very good, 4 over 9. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This one says that we want the probability that we get black or red. So what we're gonna do for this one is we're gonna first figure out the probability of getting black. What's the probability of getting black?
2 over 9.
2.
2 over 9, right? There's gonna be 2 over 9 plus 2 over 9 plus now red. What's the probability of getting red?
3 over 9.
3 over 9.
3 over 9. It's gonna be equal to 2 over 9 and 3 over 9 is gonna be what?
5.
5 over what?
5 over 9.
5.
5 over 9. 5 over 9. So that means that the probability of you getting a black or red is gonna be what? 5 over 9. So we have to add it because it's black or red. Okay, so you add them. You'll understand that? So if they ask you or this one or that one, you have to add the 2. Okay, you have to add the 2. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. We have the probability of getting green. Are there any green marbles in there? We have 3
No.
red, 4
0.
blue, 2 black, 2 black. Is there a probability of getting a red? I mean a green? Nope. So what's the probability of that gonna be?
0.
0.
0, sir.
0. So we're gonna say we're gonna have what? 0 over 6. So the green is gonna be what? 0 over what?
9.
Over 9. Which is gonna be equal to what? 0.
0.
So the probability of the marble being green is gonna be what? 0 over 9, which is
Impossible.
impossible. Impossible. good stuff. All right, do we understand this particular question? Question number 11, before we move on
Yes,
to the
sir.
next one?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I need you to take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, I need you to take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where is Ajani? Ajani, where are you? Where's Ajani?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand? Are you understanding how we get answers?
Yes, sir.
How did I get the first one? Mhm.
You add 3, 4, and 2, and that'll give you 9.
That's the total, right? But I want to know
Yes, sir.
how. Why did I put the 3 there?
Because there's 3 red marbles.
Very good, because there's 3 red marbles. Good. Okay, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, can we move on to the grade exercise? Let's move on to the grade exercise.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and go on to the grade exercise. By the way, take a picture of your work for this one, and then we can go on to the grade exercise. Okay, so this is gonna be our question for the grade exercise. We're gonna be looking at a dice, a fair dice. When they say die, they're talking about one of those. Anyone familiar with the dice? Do we know do we know the sides of a dice? You know, you have on the dice, you have what? How many? The dice counts up to what?
I should say like
6.
6. Yeah, in the dice you have, in the dice you can have 1. Then you're gonna have what? 2. You're gonna have what? 3. Then 4.
4, 5, 6.
Then 5. Then 6. All right. There's only one of each number. There's only one of each number for the dice. So just better than mine. All right. So when they're talking about the dice, right? You remember, you have to remember that you're looking at these numbers 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. By the way, let me just write it down for you. You're looking at these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so those are the numbers that you're looking at. All right, so just remember that for the dice or for the die, like they say. So the first question they ask, what is the probability of rolling a 3, right? By the way, do this for me. This is your grade exercise. What is the probability of rolling a 3? What is the probability of rolling rolling more than 4? What's the probability of rolling less than 5? What's the probability of rolling an even number? What is the probability of rolling an odd number? What is the probability of rolling a prime number? Remember, 1 is not prime. And what is the probability of rolling a 3 or a 6? And what's the probability of rolling an even number that is prime? All right, please go ahead and do this. These are eight questions. Again, please go ahead and write this down. Joseph, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3, you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Samantha, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Ricardo, what number you on?
Number 2.
Do you understand what to do for this?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent in the notes? Have you sent in the
Yes,
notes?
sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. Reagan, what number you on?
I'm just going on number 1, sir. I just joined the class not so long ago.
Have you sent in your notes?
No, sir, I just was going to type to you before I call my name, so can you send me the notes, please?
You always God do something, you know. Why don't you just do it instead of God? I was going to send this. I was going to do this. Come on, man. All right. That's the first slide. Okay, and Nevaeh Wallace. Nevaeh Wallace, what number you on?
Number 5.
Number 5. You understand what to do, Nevaeh Wallace?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mark, what number you on? Where's Mark? Mark, what number you on? Can't have from Mark. Kyle Williamson, what number you on? Again, Kyle Williamson, what number?
Number 2, sir.
Number 3.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
All right. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Jasmine Lowe. Jasmine Lowe. Where's Jasmine? All right. Bree and Bri, what number y'all on?
Number 6, sir.
Number 6. And Ajani, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. All right, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, so let's go ahead. Anyone finish before we move on? Anyone finish?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright, you're done. Samantha, you finish?
No, sir.
Nope. All right, so let's go ahead and answer these questions. I can't take too long on this. China, what you have for number 1? It says, what is the probability of rolling a 3? Try for that one.
I have 1/6
1/6. Why do you say 1/6?
because it's 1, 3 on a dice, and it's 6 sides in total.
Very good. 1/6. How many persons are 1/6? Let me know if you have
I do.
1/6.
I do.
Okay, very good.
I do.
Very good. Number 2, what is the probability of rolling more than 4? More than 4. What is that?
2/6.
2/6. Very good. 2/6. right? So 2 out of 6 is going to be the probability of, because 5 and 6 are the only ones that are more than 4. You can't count 4 in it because they say more than 4. Anyone got that one right? 2 out of 6.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Let me have, what's the probability of rolling less than 5? Less than 5. 4 out of 6. Very good. Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Those numbers are less than 5. So it's going to be 4 out of 6. All right. Next, we have, what's the probability of rolling an even number? An even number.
3 out of 6.
Well, we know 2 is even. We know 4 is even.
4
We
and
know
6 is even.
6 is even. So it's going to be 2, 4, 6. So it's going to be 3 out of
6.
3 out of 6. Very good. How many persons got those two right? Let me know.
I did.
I
Okay,
did.
I did.
very good. All right, good. Let's look at number 5. What's the probability of rolling an odd number?
3 out of 6 because
3 out of
1, 3, and 5 are odd numbers.
Very good. 1, 3, and 5 are odd numbers. Myla, did you send me your work yet?
No, sir. I just joined about 5 minutes ago. Like I just came here.
So you know what you need to do,
But
right?
I knew this topic. Yes, sir. Can you send me the notes, please? The only reason I was able to answer is because I knew this topic from beforehand.
Okay, but you still need to write down the information. Start with this one, and then I'll send you
Yes,
the
sir.
rest.
May you send it in the...
Start with this one.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. What is the probability of rolling an
Yes,
odd
sir.
number?
Thank you.
Oh, we already answered that. 3 out of 6. Okay, so 3 out of 6. And then what's the probability of rolling a prime number?
3 out of 6, sir.
3 out of 6, sir.
What are the prime numbers?
2, 3, and 5, sir.
2, 3, and 5. Those are the only prime numbers that we have, because 1 is neither prime nor composite. 4 is not prime, and 6 is not prime. So that's going to be 3 out of 6 as well. Finally, we have, no, what's the probability of rolling a 3 or a 6? That's going to be what? A 3 or a 6. What's left for that one?
2 out of 6.
2 out of 6,
2 out of
right?
6.
Because 1 over 6 for the 3 and 1 over 6 for the 6. So it's going to be 2 out of 6. So it's going to be 2 out of 6. Number 8. What's the probability of rolling an even prime number? What's the probability of
1 out
rolling?
of 6.
1 over 6.
1 over 6.
What is that number? That's even and prime.
2.
2.
2. Very good. 2 is the only prime number that's even. It's going to be 1 out of 6. All right. Now the question: Did anyone get all right? Let me know if you got all right.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Again,
Yes,
and
sir.
did anyone else get all right? Let me know if you got all right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. If you got all right, please put I inside the chat. If you got all right, please put I inside the chat. Again, if you got all right, please put I inside the chat. If you got one wrong, please put Y. If you got one wrong, please put Y. And if you got two wrong, please put N. Again, all right, please put I. One wrong, please put Y. Two wrong, please put N. Okay. Again, if you got all right, please put I. Let me see all who all got all right. Reagan, Bry, Kamaya, Edlia, Amarnik, Chai, China, Bethany, Samantha, Malik, Jevin, Malia, Kevin, Olivia. Olivia? How did you get, what did you get wrong?
Easiest one, the last one.
Even, what you said?
Said 0.
How?
I don't know. I just was thinking it was a trick question.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah,
prime number.
yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, let's move on to, yes, go ahead.
How did you get 2 out of? How did you get the answer for number 7 again?
Because they say probability of rolling a 3 or a 6. So what's the probability of getting a 3?
1.
1 over 3, right? 1 over 6, right?
1 over 6. Yeah.
What's the probability of getting a 6?
1 over 6.
1 over 6. So if they say probability of getting a 3 or a 6, you have to add them. What is 1 over 6 plus 1 over 6? What is 1 over 6 plus 1 over 6?
2 over 6.
2 over 6. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right, go ahead and take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Go ahead and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Still waiting. Where's Kyle? Kyle Williamson? Where are you? Kyle Williamson, where are you? Can't hear from Kyle. Kyle Williamson. All right, let's move on to the next question. So let's consider this particular question. We have, go ahead, China, and read the question, the table below.
The table below shows the result when a 3-sided spinner and a 6-sided spinner are spun together, and the results were added.
That's the first question.
What is the most common total?
Good. And the next question.
How many possible totals are there?
Good. So for this particular question, we have two things going on, right? We have a 3-sided spinner, right? And a 6-sided spinner. Anyone know what a spin is? You ever seen a spinner?
No,
I
sir.
think we have the triangle or point and spin around on a circle base.
Yeah, it's like a circle thing. And like you just turn it. It's kind of like what they use in the lottery or whatever. But you kind of just turn it and then it just spins and spins. Like a spinner. So let me show you an example of a spinner. So, by the way, write this down for me, please, and make sure I construct the box properly. So this is an example of what? What do we call this? This is a spinner, right? And how many sides does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a spinner that has, this is a spinner that has 4 sides, right? Now inside the question, they say that we have a 3-sided spinner and we have a 6-sided spinner, right? So we have 2 spinners. One is a 3-sided spinner and the other one is a 6-sided spinner. Again, we have 2 spinners in action. One is a 3-sided spinner and the other one is a 2-sided spinner. I mean, One is a 3-sided spinner, the other one is a 6-sided spinner. All right, so let's move on to what we have here. All right, so we have 2 spinners, right? The first spinner has how many sides? 3 sides, right? So the first spinner has 1, 2, and 3. Then we have a next spinner, right? The next spinner has 6 sides. So let's construct this next spinner. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So do you all see what's going on here, right? We have one spinner, right? And then we have another spinner. You all understand that so far? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Now, they're saying that if you look at the spinners, interestingly enough, the 6-sided spinner has the numbers 1. Well, no. Let's see, let me erase this. The 6-sided spinner has the number 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, and 5. So I need to correct my numbers. So this 6 spinner has the numbers. Let me erase all this. The numbers that we have inside the spinner is or 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, and 5. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, and 5. Then we have the other spinner. The other spinner has 2, 3, and what else? And 3. Make sense? So we have the first spinner has, which is a 3-sided spinner, has 2, 3, and 3, right? And the next spinner has 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, and 5. Okay, so what we have to do is, they said that you have these spinners, and whenever the spinners spin, the results are added. Okay, so the results are added when these spinners spin. So what does that mean? When we have spinner 2, when the spinner lands on 2, and the spinner lands on 1, what number do we have? When the spinner
3.
lands on 2 and the spinner lands on 1, what number we have? 3. Does that make sense? Let me explain that again. When the spinner lands on 2 and the spinner lands on 1, the result is what? 3. You'll understand that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Let's move on to the next one. When the spinner lands on 3, right? So when the spinner lands on 3, let's say the spinner lands on 3, and the next spinner lands on 1, what's the result? So you have 3 and then you have 1. What's the result?
4.
4. 4, very good. Next, when this spinner lands on 3 and this spinner lands on 1, what's the result?
4.
4. All right, do you see how the table is constructed now? Let's move on to the next one. So again, for the next one, if the first spinner lands on 2 and the second spinner lands on 1, what do they combine to make? That's gonna be what?
3.
3, right? Similarly, if, let me erase all this. If the second spinner if the first spinner lands on 3 and the second spinner lands on 1, what do they combine? They give you when you add them.
4.
4. Okay. Similarly, if the first spinner lands on 3, right, and the second spinner lands on 1, what do they combine? They give you
4.
4. Very good. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, if now we have that the first spinner, right, the first spinner lands on 2 and the second spinner lands on 2, what do they combine? They give you
4.
They combine, they give you 4. If the second spinner lands on 3, right, and the second spinner lands on 2, what do they combine? They give you
5.
5. Good. If the first spinner lands on 3 and the second spinner lands on 2, what do they combine? They give you
5.
They will combine, they give you 5. So 3 and 2 is 5. So that's how this chart go. One spinner has 3 sides, the other spinner has 2 sides. And then whatever the outcomes is, whatever the outcomes are, then that's going to be the outcomes that are inside the box. Okay, now let's go ahead and answer the question. The question says, what is the most common total? So what total appears the most?
3.
3? I don't agree with that.
4.
4. I agree. 4. Because if you look at it carefully, we have, remember, we only could focus on this box. These are the totals. Okay. These are the totals. This box right here are the totals. So we have what? 1, 4. Then we have what? 2, 4. Then we have another 4. Then we have another 4. Then we have another 4. Right? How many 4s do we have?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? How many 3s do we have?
2.
So for 3s, right? For 3s, there's only 2 3s. For 4s, there's how many 4s?
5.
That's 5 4s, right? For 5, how many 5s there are?
4.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 5s, right? And for 6, how many 6s are there? 1, 2,
4, 6.
3, 4. 4 6s. For 7, how many 7s are there?
1, 7.
1 7. For 8, how many 8s are there?
2.
There are 2 8s. Okay, so what does that mean? Which one has the most?
4.
4. Very good. So the answer is going to be 4 is the common. 4 is the most common total. So we say 4. 4 is the most common total. All right, do we understand that?
Yes.
So
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, next up, the next question. By the way, do you all understand that? Before I move on to another one, do you all understand how I got 4 as the most common total?
I don't.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Only 3 persons answer me. I want the rest of you to answer me. Do you all understand?
I
how-
understand, sir.
Yes, sir.
I understand.
So,
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Good. So 4 is the most common total. Now let's move on to the next question. How many possible totals are there? So we have to count how many possible totals are there. Remember, we only could focus on the red box. So let's count. Let's count how many possible totals are there. We have what? 1, right? Then what else? 2. And what else? 3.
3. 18.
Then what else? 4. All right. 4 is the most common. Okay, so let's talk about the amount of totals. Sorry about that. So we was at 4. Now we're gonna go to the next one. This is gonna be what? 5. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me still?
Yes, sir. I can hear
Yes, sir.
5. What else?
6.
6. What else? 7. What else? 8. What else?
9.
9. What else? 10. What else? 11, right? What else? 12. So you have to count all the totals, right? 13 and 14 and 15 and 16 and 17 and 18. All right, do y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So that means that how many possible totals are there? There are how many?
18.
18. Very good. 18 possible totals. We just have to add up all the totals. Okay, and that's that. Let me know if y'all understand how I got the answers to this question. Let me know if y'all understand.
I do.
I
Okay,
do.
good. Take a
I
picture.
do.
Good. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp before we move on to the next part of this question. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Okay, so that is going to be, let's move on to the next question. That's this one. Let's move on to the other one. I'm gonna take a picture of this and put inside the chat for those persons who are still, writing. All right, again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Let's move on. We have, okay, so let's continue with this question. The next question is going to be, what's the probability right, so the next question that we have is, what is the probability? So we have this, still have the same scenario. We have the probability, I'm gonna figure out, what's the probability, right, of getting the most common total, right? What is the probability of getting the most common total? What is the most common total, by the way? We said the most common total was what?
4.
4. So what's the probability of getting a 4? That's gonna be what?
Out of 18. 4 out of 18.
4 out of 18? Because, no, it can't be 4 out of 18. How many 4s are there? There are what? 1,
5.
2,
5 out of 18.
3, 4, and 5.
5.
So out of 5, out of 18, how many 4s can we get?
5.
Very good. So it's gonna be 5 out of 18. Okay. Again, write this down for me. I need you all to write this down. Mila, you understand this? Where's Mila? Or Mila? Mila says yes. Okay. And Nivea Gordon, you understand how we got 5 out of 18? Nivea Gordon, do you understand how we got 5 out of 18? Where's Nivea Gordon? Can't hear from her. How about you, Paul? You understand how we got 5 out of 18?
Yes, sir.
How did I get 5 out of 18, Paul?
So you figure out the most common total, which is 4, and then you just add it if the 18, which gives you 5 over 18.
Very good. All right, so the next question says, what's the probability of getting a 9? What's the probability of getting a 9? Anyone can answer that?
0 to 18.
0 to 18? Why you say 0 to 18?
There isn't any 9s.
Very good. There is not any 9s, right? All right, so now next up we have number 9. Probability of getting 9 is going to be what? 0 out of 18. So when we say 0 to 18, what does that basically mean?
Impossible.
Impossible. Because there's no 9 there, so it's going to be equal to 0. Do you all understand that so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes,
And
sir.
then the last one says, what's the probability of getting more than 6? The probability of getting more than 6. What is that going to be?
2 out of 18.
Nope.
3 out of 18.
Yep, because we have 7 that is greater than 6. Then you have 8 that is greater than 6. And you have 8 that is 8 greater than 6. So all together, that's what?
3 out of
3.
18.
Very good. So it's going to be 3 out of 18. 3 out of 18. Samantha, explain how we got these last 3 for our answers.
Yes, sir. So it asks what is the probability of getting the most common total, and we added up the numbers in the box. This came to 18. And 4 is the most of all of them. We have 5 4, so it's 5 over 18. Then it said, what is the probability of getting 9? There are any 9, so we put 0 over 18, which equals to 0. Then number 3, more than 6. Only 3 numbers are more than 6, 7, 8. So we get 3 over 18.
Very good. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next question. All right, let's move on to All right, let's move on to the next question. All right, go ahead, China, and read this question for me. Where's China? China, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Go ahead and read this question for me.
Yes, sir. A box contains a dozen cookies, 5 chocolate chips, 2 oatmeal, 1 red velvet, and the remainder are sugar cookies. How many sugar cookies are in the box?
Very good. So we have a dozen. What does a dozen mean?
12.
12. So the amount of dozen is 12. We have 5 chocolate chip, 2 oatmeal, 1 red velvet, and the remainder are sugar. So how are we gonna figure out the number of sugar cookies inside of this box?
Add all the numbers and then subtract by 12.
Very good. So we're gonna add all of the cookies. So we have, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add, right? So we're gonna add all of the cookies. And we know that we have 5 chocolate chip cookies. That's gonna be 5. We also know that we have 2 oatmeal cookies. It's just 2. And we also know that we have what? 1 red velvet. So when we add all of them, we have 5 plus 2 plus 1, which equals to what? 5 plus
8.
2 plus 1, that's gonna be what?
8.
8. Right, so 5 plus 2 plus 1 is gonna be 8. And then let's subtract it, right? So we're gonna subtract it. So when we subtract it, we have what? You know, 5 plus 2 plus 1 is 8. When we subtract it, we get what? We do 12 minus what?
8.
12 minus 8. And what is 12 minus 8? What is 12 minus 8?
4.
4. So that means how many sugar cookies do we have?
4.
Very good, 4. So there are 4 sugar cookies. Okay, perfect. Go ahead, Samantha, explain how we got the 4 sugar cookies. What did we do?
Yes, sir. Say a box contains a dozen cookies, 5 chocolate chips, 2 oatmeal, 1 red velvet, and the remainder are sugar cookies. A, how many sugar cookies are in the box? So what we did, we add all of them, and that came to 8. And we subtracted by 12 because a dozen is 12. So 12 take away 8 equals 4. So we have 4 sugars, cookies.
Very good. And Dion, where's Dion? Dion, are you there? Where's Dion? Jevin, where's Jevin?
Yes, sir.
How do we get 4 sugar cookies?
First, we add 5 plus 2 plus 1, which give us 8, and we subtract 12, take away 8, and we leave 4.
Say again.
Which leave 4.
Good. All right, so now the next question says that, where's Kemar? Kemar, are you there? Where's Kemar? Where's Kemar? Where's Kevin? Kevin, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Read the next question.
Calculate. One cookie is chosen at random. B. Calculate the probabilities that that is a chocolate.
How are we gonna do that? Go ahead, Kevin. How are we gonna do that? Kevin, are you there?
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you, how are we gonna do this?
Well, 5 cookies are chocolate cookies.
We need to know how many, we need to figure out the probability that it's chocolate. How are we gonna do that?
We're gonna
Don't know? Okay, so
no, sir.
the first thing we have to do is we have to find the total, right? So how many cookies are there altogether? So the total. They said a box contains what? A dozen cookies, right? So a dozen, what is a dozen?
12.
Dozen is 12. So that means that the total is what? 12 cookies. How many chocolate chip cookies are there? Say it again. Say it again.
5.
5. So what's the answer for the probability of chocolate?
It's 5.
5 over 12. Very good. 5 over 12. Do we agree with them that it's 5 over 12?
Yes.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Yes, most definitely. It's 5 over 12.
Yes, sir.
So the probability of chocolate is going to be 5 over 12 because there are 5 chocolate cookies and there are 12 overall. The next question is, what's the probability that it is probability that we get peanut butter, right? Or what is peanut butter? Oh, do we even have peanut butter cookies here?
0.
Do we have peanut butter cookies?
No, sir.
No, we only
No,
have
sir.
chocolate, oatmeal, and red velvet. So what's the probability of us getting the peanut butter?
0.
0 to 12, very good. 0 to 12, that's gonna be a probability of us getting the peanut butter, 0 out of 12, which is gonna be equal to 0. Now we know that 0 means what?
Impossible.
Impossible. Impossible. Impossible. Let's do another one. Let's do the third one. Let's say we have I'm going to put on this side. What's the probability of getting, I know they didn't ask, but what's the probability of us getting oatmeal? What's the probability of us getting oatmeal?
2 out of 12.
2 out of 12. So the answer for that one is going to be what? 2 out of 12, because there are 2 oatmeal cookies and there are 12 in total, right? So for oatmeal, we know that there are 2 oatmeal cookies, but there are 12 in total. Let's move on to the next one, number 4. Let's say we want to know what's the probability of us getting red velvet.
1 over 12.
1 over 12.
1 over 12, very good. Why 1 over 12?
You could repeat that again?
Why 1 over 12?
Because there's only one red velvet.
Cookie.
It's only what?
Because there's only one red velvet cookie.
Very good. It's only one red velvet cookie. It's going to be 1 over what? 1 over 12. So the probability of us getting peanut butter is going to be 0 out of 12 because there's 0 peanut butter. The probability of us getting oatmeal is going to be, oatmeal cookies is going to be 2 out of 12 because there are 2 oatmeal and it's out of 12. But the probability of us getting red velvet is 1 over 12. Let's do the probability of us getting sugar cookies. That's going to be what? Say sugar cookies is going to be what?
4 out of 12.
So let me do sugar cookies. It's going to be what? We saw that there's 4, right? It's going to be what? 4 out of
12.
4 out of 12. Okay, let me know if y'all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I understand.
Very good. All right, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. We're winding down to the last set of questions. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Malik, can you explain how we got our answers? Start from the first one.
Yes, sir, I will. Time to read. A box contains 8 dozen cookies.
Okay,
Five
Malik, everything don't have to be dramatic. Everything don't have to be a highlight reel. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
take it easy and explain it calmly, even tone voice. Go ahead. Go ahead, Malik. Hello, where's Malik? I think he left. No, he's talking, but I cannot hear him. Malik, we cannot hear you, by the way, if you're talking. Nivea Gordon, where's Nivea Gordon?
Yes, sir.
Explain A through B, please.
I apologize, sir. I disconnected.
Okay, go ahead now. You can explain it. I thought it was.
Yes, sir. Question A. How many sugar cookies are there in the box? First, we must add all the other cookies, since it does not directly give us how much sugar cookies there are. First, we are 5 is chocolate chip, 2 is oatmeal, and 1 is red velvet. When we add all those, we get 8. Then we must subtract by 12, since a dozen is 12. 12 minus 8 equals 4, which then gives us our answer for question A for sugar cookies. One cookie is chosen at random. B. Calculate the probability that it is a I Roman numeral 1 chocolate. We find the chocolate chip and then we put it over 12. We find the number of chocolate chip cookies, which is 5, and we put it over 12 since it is the total. So 5 over 12 is the probability of chocolate. Roman numeral 2, peanut butter. There is no peanut butter mentioned, so we just put 0, which means impossible. 0 over 2, 0 over 12. Roman numeral 3, oatmeal. We find how much oatmeal cookies there are, which is 2, and we put it over 12, which then gives us 2 over 12. Roman numeral 4, red velvet. We find out how much red velvet there are, which is 1, and then we put it over 12. And finally, Roman numeral 5. We take our answer from question A earlier, since it asked us how many sugar cookies. What's the probability that is a sugar cookie? And then we put it over 4. No, we put it over 12, which then gives us the probability of 4 over 12.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's do one more question before we go on this. All right, this is the last question. It says complete each statement using 0, a half, or 1 to make it true. Again, complete each table, or you complete each statement rather. Complete each statement using 0, a half, or 1 to make it true. So what 0 means? When we say 0, what does that mean? What does 0 mean?
Impossible.
Impossible, right? And what does 1 mean? Certain. And what does a half mean?
Even chance.
An even chance, 50-50, right? So let's go ahead and answer this question. If an event is impossible, its probability is what? What should we put for this one? 0.
0.
0, very good. Next question. A probability can be no greater than what?
1.
Probability can be no greater than 1, right? Because 1 is, that means that's certain. You can't have a probability that's greater than 1. When flipping a coin, the probability of heads is what?
Half.
It's half, 50-50.
It's half, 50-50. All right. Do you all understand these 3 questions?
Yes, sir.
No,
Yes,
please.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good. So it says that.
Yes, sir.
So it says that if an event is impossible, the probability is 0. Okay. If the event is, if we have a probability, the probability could be no greater than 1. All right. And the probability of flipping a coin is a half. All right. Probability of flipping a coin is a half. All right, this is the last question. This is the last one I want you to send to me. So take a picture of this last one and send it to me via WhatsApp as we prepare for social studies. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp so we can finish up. Where's Naya? Naya, you finished with the paper I gave you?
No, sir. Right now I'm on question 15.
Using the updated one, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Do you have any questions on that?
No, sir.
One and Kingston, y'all finish?
What's up?
What number you on?
What's up? What is that?
What number?
My number 17.
Number 17.
Number 17.
Number 17, okay.
I have a few questions.
On what? Which one?
Ratios.
Oh yeah, ratios. Yeah.
I looked at it differently.
Did you get the same answer?
By
Yeah.
following your steps. That's all.
Okay. Now that ratio question was done in a weird way that I did. That's the way I used to do it long time, but there's a much easier way. All you needed to do was I know I have the different, I have like two methods of that, but there's a much easier way. I didn't have the use the linear equation. All you had to do is find one equal part and then do something like that. But what question you have on that?
I looked at it as I was going to add the ratios. If you know what I mean.
Which number?
Add them first.
The first one, the second one, or the third one?
I have the first one. If I look back at it, I'll tell you later on.
No problem. That's the only one? The ratio?
Yeah, so.
Only the ratio question.
Pardon?
Only the ratio question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And where is Summer? I think Summer already left. Okay, let's move on to social studies. That's what we have to do today, right? So let's continue. The last thing we did on social studies was the Lord Proprietors. Now we're talking about proprietary government and the governors that they hired, that they appointed to do their biddings. The last time we were here, we started talking about some of them. Hugh Wentworth, John Wentworth, and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go over all the Lord Proprietors because we're gonna be on that all day, and we're not gonna do that. But we're gonna talk about the reasons why it failed and the problems that led to the failure of proprietary government. All right, so that's what we're gonna be talking about now. Did I give you all the list of the rest of the governors? Nicholas Trott, Edward Birch. Did I give you all them? Thomas Bridge. Yeah, I gave that to y'all last week. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the reason why it failed. So let's talk about that. So Thursday, let's head up. Today is the 2nd of May, 2024. The subject is, of course, mathematics. I'm sorry, social studies. It's autopilot. And the topic is we're going to be looking at what caused proprietary government to fail. What are some of the problems that they encounter that led to its failure? So what caused?
Full of corruption.
Yeah, corruption. So what caused proprietary government to fail? It would actually cause that. Okay, so we could start off by saying some problems faced by the lot proprietors or by proprietary government that eventually led to its failure for the following. Number one, laziness and poor leadership qualities shown by the proprietary governors. So laziness and poor leadership qualities. That was one of the reasons why it eventually failed. Laziness on the part of the persons that were appointed to be the governors for the Bahamas. The next thing you had was there was a general lack of support. So lack of support from England and inadequate defense. So when we say inadequate defense, we're talking about the guns, the gunpowder, the bullets, right? So like properly defending and protecting the area. So there were no large guns for defense and only 30 pounds of gunpowder and shots, which were bullets. Although the Bahamas was a private colony, the British government still had to support them. So the first reason was laziness due to the poor leadership, right? So that's the first reason, laziness due to the poor leadership qualities. The second one was lack of support from England and inadequate an inadequate defense, right? Now, the third reason why you had some problems, which eventually led to the proprietary government failing, is the poor economic conditions. So persons could not thrive in this environment economically, so the poor economic conditions. life was tough for the inhabitants. So that's another reason. So not only because of the laziness of the Lord proprietors and the proprietary government, and not only because of the lack of support and not enough protection, but because of the harsh reality of living in that environment. So what did they live on? Well, ambergris and Brazilito were failing, right? Wrecks were inconsistent, and you can't really rely on wreckage, right? And could not be relied upon. And when it comes to farming and agriculture, the Bahamas was not really hot enough to produce enough cotton, indigo, ginger, coke, ginger, coca, and sugar. And we also have that the poor soil did not allow the Bahamas to grow tobacco competitively. So they had a lot of problems, right? What are three main problems that I've outlined so far that they had? Three main problems.
Lack of support from England.
Very good.
Inadequate defense.
Good, that's one. Someone else besides one?
Laziness and poor leadership qualities.
Very good. And someone else besides Amarani?
The poor economic condition.
Very good. The poor economic condition. Explain that. Read the rest, Malik, for the poor economic condition.
Yes, sir. C. Poor economic condition. Life was tough for the inhabitants. Ambergris and Braziletta were failing. Wrecks could not be relied upon. The Bahamas was not really hot enough to produce cotton, indigo, ginger, cocoa, and sugar. The poor soil did not allow the Bahamas to grow tobacco competitively.
Very good. Very good. So it was difficult for them to thrive economically, right? It's difficult basically for them to make money. And that's going to be a problem, right? Next, competitively. Next, we have lack of interest. Lack of interest from the Lord proprietors themselves. Many of the proprietors were very old and retired. And now had very little interest in the colony. So the lack of interest from the Lord proprietors themselves was also one of the reasons why it eventually failed. All right. So go ahead, China, can you read the part B, lack of support?
Yes, sir. Lack of support from England and
Inadequately.
sorry,
Inadequate
lack of
defense.
support. Lack of support from England and inadequate defense. There were no large guns for defense and only 30 pounds of gunpowder and shot bullets. Although the Bahamas was a private colony, the British government still had to support them.
Very good. So the laziness and poor leadership qualities displayed by the Lord Proprietors, the poor economic conditions, very hard for them to make a living, the lack of support from England and the poor defense that they had, coupled with the lack of interest from the Lord Proprietors who were getting up in age and retirement and had very little interest in the Bahamas and the colony, were some of the reasons why, some of the reasons which led to the proprietary government eventually failing. All right, next up we have, next up we have, so we had, also you have, the fact that proprietary government encouraged piracy. Now, why would these Lord Proprietors, or why would these proprietary governors why would these proprietary governors encourage piracy? But the reason is that they were not making a lot of money, and so they accepted bribes from pirates. So proprietary government encouraged piracy, like the pirates. Robert Clark was accused of involvement with a notorious pirate called John Coxon. This was because many of them were underpaid, which encouraged some to accept bribes from pirates. So because of the lack of money that they were receiving from their actual job by being a Lord Proprietor, they accepted bribes. They wanted more money, so they accepted bribes from the pirates, okay? And so piracy was alive and well during the proprietary government phase of this nation. Speaking about pirates, in fact, there were almost 1,000 pirates in the Bahamas by 1713, and they were in total control. So piracy affected proprietary government. All right. Go ahead, Ajani, can you read the information on proprietary government? Encourage piracy.
Well,
the last one, E, read that. Proprietary government
Robert Clark was accused of involvement with a notorious pirate called John Coxon. This was because many of them were underpaid, which encouraged some to accept bribes from pirates. There were almost 1,000 pirates in the Bahamas by 1713, and they were in total control.
Thank you. All right. So, Chai, where's Chai?
Yes, sir.
How many pirates were in the Bahamas by 1713?
1,000 pirates.
I put 1,000 pirates. Thank you. And Edlia, are you there? Where's Edlia? Oh, I can't hear you, Edlia. Kimaya, are you there? Where's Kimaya? Kamaya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Good. What notorious pirate was Robert Clark accused of having involvement with? What was the name of the notorious pirate that Robert Clark was accused of having involvement with? What was his name? Right there in E.
John Coxon.
Very good, John Coxon. Okay. The next reason why proprietary government faced some problems was because of foreign invasion, right? So foreign invasion. Foreign invasion. So foreign invasion. So the Spanish raided Charlestown and left it in shambles about 2 times. So foreign invasion was also a problem that they faced, which assisted in proprietary government failing. So we had the Spanish who raided Charlestown, which was left in shambles 2 times. Okay, where's Dion Woodside? Where's Dion? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Where's your notes?
Wi-Fi is cutting in and out today.
Pardon?
Wi-Fi is cutting in and out today.
I didn't ask you about your Wi-Fi. I asked you where's the notes. Have you sent them yet? You need to take a picture of your notes and send them, Dion, even from maths.
Yes, sir.
All right. So far I've listed 6 reasons or 6 problems why proprietary government failed. Can you give me one of them? I've listed 6. Give me one reason why proprietary government failed or the problems that led to its failure.
Foreign invasion.
Foreign invasion. Anyone else besides one?
Lack of interest from the local prices.
Lack of interest from the lot proprietors who were getting old. What else?
Lack of support from England.
Very good. Lack of support from England. And what else? Let me ask. Kevin, what's another reason? Where's Kevin? Kevin, are you there? Can't hear from Kevin. Nivea Gordon. Where's Nivea? Not Nivea, I'm sorry. Ricardo Russell.
Yes, sir.
What is one of the reasons why proprietary government failed? What's one of the problems that they had?
Lack of interest from the lot proprietors.
Lack of what? Lack of what, Ricardo? Interest. Lack of interest from the lot proprietors. Where's Mark? Mark, are you there? Is Mark there? All right, what I want you to do is take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp so that we can move on from this and go on to religious studies. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp so we can move on. Where's Paul?
Yes, sir.
Is it true or false that the lava pirates used to accept bribes from pirates?
They'll accept bribes from pirates.
That is true. That is true. And Malik rule?
Foreign invasion, sir.
I didn't ask the question.
Yes, sir.
I said I didn't ask the question yet. I just called your name. So let me try it again. Malik.
Yes, sir.
How many pounds of gunpowder and bullets did they have left?
They had 30 pounds of gunpowder is left.
Very good. 30 pounds left. Very good. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp before we move on to the next topic, or the next subject, which is social studies. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a picture of this slide and I'm gonna send it to you all via WhatsApp. I mean, I'm gonna send it inside the chat for your benefit. Then we're gonna move on to the next one. All right.
My favorite.
Religious studies. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Today is Thursday. Excuse me, Thursday the 2nd of May, 2024. Write this down for me. The subject is, of course, religious studies. The topic is, we're still going to be looking at Saul's conversions. Saul's conversion. So we talked about Saul's conversion last time. We said that Saul was on the way to where? Where was he going? Can you all remember? He's on his way to what?
He was on
Damascus.
Yeah, he's on his way to Damascus. And then what happened while he's on his way to Damascus?
the Lord Himself.
A bright light.
A bright light shined, and it scared the and it was so bright that Saul fell off his horse.
Uh-huh.
The
Saul
bright
fell off.
light then said, "Why are you doing?
Why are you what?
Why are you doing this?
Saul, why are you what? It's a particular word he used. Why are you what? Persecuting me, right? Who was speaking? He said,
Jesus
Saul. Yeah, Jesus was the one who was speaking. And Jesus was already in heaven. So how was Saul persecuting him?
By trying to harm his children on earth."
Very good. By persecuting his followers, Jesus identifies with his followers and says that he is persecuting, that Saul, that is persecuting him. Okay, so now that's where we ended. So the question is, what happened to Saul after that, right? So let's continue from that. So this is actually part 2. So let's begin. So write this down. Jesus told Saul to continue. He told Saul to continue on his journey to Damascus. And when he reached there, he would be told what to do. So Jesus told him to continue going to Damascus. Remember, he still can't see. And there he will be told what to do. Now, Saul was obedient. So Saul was obedient, right? And had the men who were traveling, with him take him to Damascus. Now, while Saul was in Damascus, Saul stayed in the home of a man named,
Agabus.
no, a man named Judas, who lived on Straight Street. So question, what was the name of the person whom Saul stayed at? What was the name of the man whom Saul stayed at? The name of the
Judas.
Judas.
name was Judas. And where did he live? What was the name of the street that he lived?
Straight Street.
Straight.
Straight
Straight
Street.
Street.
Very good, Straight Street. So he stayed in the home of a man who named Judas and who lived on Straight Street. Now, remember, he is still blind. So at this time, Saul is still blind. Do you think he's going to receive his sight back?
Yes, sir.
Think
Yes,
so?
sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the bright light had caused him to temporarily go blind for the next 3 days. Saul fasted from food and drink and prayed for God's guidance. God gave Saul a vision of a man coming to visit him and restore his sight. This man's name was Ananias. So what was the name of the man who was supposed to come and restore his sight?
Ananias, sir.
Ananias. What did God give Saul to show him that his sight was going to be received? He gave him a what? What did God give Saul?
A vision.
A vision. Very good. So God gave Saul a vision showing him that, hey, someone is going to come and restore your sight. Ajani, can you read that paragraph? Jesus told.
Jesus told Saul to continue on his journey to Damascus, and when he reached there, he would be told what to do. Saul was obedient and had the men who were traveling with him take him to Damascus. While in Damascus, Saul stayed in the home of a man named Judas, who lived on Straight Street. The bright light had caused him to temporarily go blind. For the next 3 days, Saul fasted from food and drink and prayed for God's guidance. God gave Saul a vision of a man coming to visit him and restore his sight. This man's name was Ananias.
Very good. Question. This question is for Ajani. What was the name of the man who's supposed to restore the sight of Saul?
Ananias.
Ananias. Very good. Okay. Next. Kimar. Kimar, are you there? Where's Kimar?
Yes, sir.
Read the paragraph.
Jesus told Saul to continue on his journey to Damascus. and when he reached there, he would be told what to do. Saul was obedient and had the men who were traveling with him take him to Damascus. While in Damascus, Saul stayed in the home of a man named Judas who lived on Straight Street. The bright light had caused him to temporarily go blind. For the next 3 days, Saul fasted from food and drink and prayed for God's guidance. God gave Saul a vision of a man coming to visit him and saw his sight. This man name was Ananias.
Very good. So where where did Saul stay during this period of blindness? Where did he stay?
He stayed on Straight Street.
Very good. And whose home was it?
Judas' home.
Very good, Judas. Okay, let's move on. So we have next one. So we have Ananias visits Saul. So now, so God gave Saul this vision. Now God had to speak to Ananias, right? So God spoke to Ananias and told him, to go to Straight Street to pay Saul a visit. Ananias was afraid to go because he had heard about how Saul persecuted the Christians. However, God told him that he had nothing to be afraid of because Saul persecuted, because Saul had a change happen in his life. So at first, Ananias was afraid, right? It's like, Lord, why are you sending me to go to this man? Remember, this man is the one who was persecuted Christians, right? Why are you sending me, right? But yes, God did send him, right? However, God told him that he had nothing to be afraid of because Saul had changed. Because a change had happened, because a change occurred in his life. God told Ananias, that Saul would be expecting. Saul would be expecting him. Now, when Ananias arrived at the house, he laid hands on Saul, and two things happened.
He can see.
What happened?
He can see again.
He could see again, right? Two things happened. Number one, Saul's sight was restored. And number two, Saul received the Holy Spirit. So, Jevin, what two things happened when Ananias laid his hands on Saul? What two things occurred?
Saul's sight was restored. Number two, Saul received the Holy Spirit.
Very good. And China, what two things happen when when Ananias laid his hand on Saul?
Saul's sight was restored and he received the Holy Spirit.
Very good. Saul's sight was restored, and he received the Holy Spirit. Where's Mark? Mark, are you there? Where's Mark? Can I from Mark? Nevaeh Wallace. Nevaeh Wallace, are you there? Where's Nevaeh Wallace? Can I from Nevaeh Wallace? Shekinah Kalma, are you there? Where's Shekinah Kalma? Can I from Shekinah? How about Joseph? Joseph, are you there? Where's Joseph? No name. Joseph, are you there? No, Joseph. Kamaya Ferguson. Where's Kamaya? Kamaya Ferguson, are you there? I can't hear from Kamaya. Samantha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you read the middle paragraph in brown?
Yes, sir. God spoke to Ananias and told him to go to Straight Street to pay Saul a visit. Ananias was afraid to go because he had heard about how Saul persecuted the Christian. However, God told him that he had nothing to be afraid of because Saul had changed. That's supposed to be that. Because Saul had changed.
Because Saul.
Because Saul a change happened in his life.
Because a changed. Thank you. Go ahead.
Because a change happened in his life. God told Ananias that Saul would be expecting him.
What two things happened when Ananias laid his hand on him?
Saul's sight was restored and he received the Holy Spirit.
Very good. Saul, his sight was restored and he received the Holy Spirit. Okay, let's move on. So afterwards, Ananias baptized Saul. So Saul was baptized. Following his baptism, Saul ate for the first time. Since his encounter with Jesus on the road to Damascus. All right. So what happened to Saul after he received his sight? What ended up happening?
He got baptized.
He got baptized. Very good. He got baptized. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay, once you finish, then you can leave.
I'll see you later, Miss Petite.
No problem.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Miss Petite, I sent you my work.
Say it again, Naya.
I sent you the work.
You with the with the also with the graph, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Have a good evening.
Good night.
Good night.